Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and today I'm out in the factory. You got it. Building beer can rings. I just got back from the transfer station. I started to build beer can rings. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came out this morning and I converted the SS1 to an SS2. I built another SS2 for an order. And yesterday afternoon, I built an M2SBSS for another order. And also built this morning an Angry Troll Pot for an order. And that caught me all up for now. There's more orders on the books, but that caught me up to the point where I wanted to be. Okay. Then I started building beer can rings. Just got to the point where I was getting ready to do the inside bore. And Robbie showed up. Probably spent an hour and a half talking to him about world events. But now I got to go back to building beer can rings. I got today and tomorrow to build beer can rings. And I got to build a bunch of them. And I'm not looking forward to it. But I wanted to tell you this so you'd understand like I understand on this particular subject. Occasionally, when I ship something out, it disappears, drops right off the face of the earth, just gone. Usually it's in Canada, and I've always assumed that somebody stole it along the way. Occasionally in the United States, it happens, not as often, but it happens, just gone. Well, this time, I decided to look into it and really do some research. So, the item, I got the tracking number and dialed it up and tracked it. It went to a state, I won't tell you which one, and went to the post office, landed at the post office December 19th. And I kept watching, and it never left the post office. Stayed at the post office for over a month. Just said, received at post office December 19th. That seems kind of odd, but the plot thickens. So I went in and I looked at the address that I shipped it to and the zip code. And I got on Google and put in that zip code. And after muffing around for a while, I got the telephone number of that post office. Cool beans. The internet's a great place. So I dialed that number and shing, came right up. Woman answered. And I said, I'm trying to track down an order. Okay, do you have the tracking number? Yep. And I gave it to her. She put it in and says, the computer's a little slow, we got to wait here. Finally she said, okay, I got it. And she says, wow, that's odd. I said, what's that? She said, well, this order, although it has the gentleman's name on it, the address, the street number, the state, the town, everything, she said, that's the address of this post office. Really? So somebody puts their name on a package and sends it to a post office in another state. No P.O. box. No, she says doesn't have a P.O. box here. There was no P.O. box in the address. So there it sits in a post office in another state. No forwarding address. No post office box. Just sitting there. I said, so what now? She said, well, when we get stuff like this that we can't deliver, we put it in a bin out back, and at the end of the month, we sat down and paw through it, see if there's any forwarding address or whatever, try to figure it out. And if there isn't, we ship it back to the sender. Okay, so, well, that was over a month ago. If you waited till the end of the month, that would have been December 30th or 31st, whatever. And this is into the 20th, so it's been basically a month. And she said, when we send it back, we send it the cheapest, slowest. It'll be quite a while before you get it. And okay. So I said, so you send it back to me? And she said, this is the key point of the whole thing. She said, well, I can't tell you whether we sent it back to you or not. I can't tell you anything about it because when it goes into that bin out back, we don't keep any records of that. So if it comes into the post office, this is not deliverable. It goes in a bin out in the back of the building, and they don't record that it's in the bin. The tracking number stops right there at the post office. You can't track it any further. You can't track it to the bin. If they mail it back to you, you can't track it because there's no record of it. It's gone. Anything that happens after that is not recorded. So if I ever get it back, which I doubt I ever will, there's no record, one gone. So when something just disappears in the mail, my point here is the United States Postal Service is not a well-oiled machine, and that tracking number is to a certain point great. After that, completely useless. It just goes to a certain point and then it just disappears. Which was a bit of an education to me. If anybody can explain to me why somebody would ship a package with their name on it to a post office when they live, I know this is going to sound weird, when they actually live on the other end of the United States, completely on the other end, it's like 3,000 miles away from where they live, they sent this. And addressed it to the post office, not to a person in that state. Why they did that, I have no idea. I'm completely baffled. It wasn't for a whole bunch of money. I'm not going to panic or anything. I'm just trying to unravel this. And I don't see any way to unravel it because she said they don't keep records on that. So if I call them back up and ask them if they sent, they don't know. They don't know anything. There's no, it's just one of life's little mysteries. Now, had this been through PayPal, I could have submitted the shipping information, which I shipped through PayPal. Basically pretty easy. You just go to the box to submit it, and they put the shipping number in for you, and the company you shipped it to comes right up. All you have to do is hit yes. Pretty simple. And it would be covered under the seller's protection plan, and if it got, delivered or whatever, I'd get reimbursed for it. Unfortunately, it was paid for with a credit card, so I've lost that. They'll probably stay in that bin. They'll probably haul to the dump, or somebody will wander in and grab it and walk out with it. It's gone. $54. Yeah, life goes on. Just thought I'd throw that at you and let you have a little more understanding of, well, how can that be? I've got the tracking number. They're tracking it all. No. You're confusing that with UPS. UPS actually knows where things go. FedEx. USPS, which is basically going through bankruptcy, that may have something to do with it. And I can't afford to ship UPS. If I did, it would add on the average $7 to every order, and that's not going to work. And I don't really know as I want to go just with PayPal because 25% of my orders are non-PayPal people, and a lot of people don't want to start a PayPal account, and I can fully understand that. PayPal can be difficult at times, very difficult, and not very forgiving. They have taken me to the cleaners a few times, although out of on this website, 7,000, probably altogether, all the time I've done with PayPal, I've easily done 12, 15,000 orders, and I've had like 3 or 4 that have gone awry. So that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. Although when they do go awry, it can be nasty. Anyway, I got to get back to building beer can rings. I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design. Try to have a really great day and try to have some fun today. I'm sure you deserve it. Bye-bye.